Hey everyone, welcome back. Hello, welcome back to Intuitive Eating Explained. And today we're diving into Principle 2, which is Honour Your Hunger. So for those of you who are new here, my name's Emma Townsin. I'm a registered dietitian and I'm a certified intuitive eating counsellor. And I specialise in supporting you to stop stressing over food so you can have a happy relationship with food and your body. In this 11-part series, we are covering the 10 principles of intuitive eating, and today is episode 3, where we're diving into principle 2. So honour your hunger. Most people, when they reach out or they're looking for support, they're actually most interested in not what they consider overeating or not feeling out of control around food and eating more than is comfortable. But before we can address that, we must be honouring our hunger. You can't expect your body to guide you to stop at fullness if it's not consistently getting enough and satisfying foods. But let's first just take a step back. What actually is hunger? It's not something to be feared, and it's not something we should be trying to numb. It's simply your body's way of communicating with you that it has a need that needs to be met. So in the same way that your body might communicate when it has a full bladder, your body also communicates its need for energy and nutrients. And this communication from your body, instead of having, say, the language that we use to communicate with each other, so our speech, your body communicates through sensations that arise from inside your body. So with hunger, you may feel sensations in parts of your body, such as your stomach, your gut, your head, your limbs. And actually, hunger can show up in lots of different ways. Often we think of, say, a growling stomach to mean we are hungry. But when we are attuned to our hunger and the communication from our body, we actually find hunger showing up in so many other ways. And for a lot of people, that grumbling stomach sensation can actually be a more later stage of hunger, so past that initial stage and where hunger feels more extreme. Some of your body's natural hunger cues are actually things like having increased thoughts toward food, especially when we're really hungry, or if we've been restricting foods. It might show up in ways such as craving foods that are high in calories and or carbohydrates and or fats. And often these kind of hunger signals that are related to the thoughts that we're having, these can be taken as, having low willpower or being something wrong with me. There's a problem with the way I feel about food, especially if we're on a diet or we're trying to restrict foods. But they're actually perfectly normal and healthy hunger cues to have. Another thing to note about hunger is that it changes depending on how hungry we are. We may start thinking about food a bit. We may start feeling a bit of emptiness in the stomach, for example. But then if we keep ignoring that, so if we don't go and seek food at these earlier sensations, the hunger can become more urgent and extreme. And this is where we might have these really obsessive thoughts toward food. Our stomach might be starting to hurt. We might feel that we can't actually control ourselves around food in that moment. And maybe we are craving and seeking the foods that we're trying to avoid. So if we often let our hunger get to this really ravenous and urgent stage, we might then not even start to recognize hunger at the earlier stages. We might not feel it, or we might not recognize what it is. We might then only start to feel hunger in the later stages, where it's ravenous and it feels obsessive. And if this is where your hunger is getting to before you notice it, it's no wonder that you maybe feel you need to turn back to a diet to guide you. To be able to work with our body and to be able to stop feeling like this out of control feeling around foods, one of the first most important things to do is to honor hunger. So this means that most of the time, it can never be all the time, it's a part of being human, but most of the time, providing food and nourishment in the earlier stages of hunger before we reach the ravenous and extreme stage that doesn't usually feel very nice. So this is some examples of how you can do this. If you're able to tune into your hunger, and you're able to say, recognize the sensations in your body, start making space in your day to regularly just tune into your body, listen out for these sensations, and see how your body feels. If you feel, or you think you feel, sensations that might be hunger, allow yourself some food, or plan for your next meal to come soon. You might not be attuned with how much to eat, and this is okay. This will all come later. But the important part is that you're not restricting and you're rather allowing food when you feel hunger. So try as much as you can to honor these earlier stages of hunger when you feel them, so that your body can then begin to feel safe that it has enough food. And it can be helpful to explore why you might feel an urgent need to not eat at this time if that's something that you experience. Or if you don't actually know what your hunger feels like, so you're not actually aware when you get these sensations, that's okay too. It can take some time to become reconnected with your body. But in this case, it can be helpful, and it's actually really important to set some structure for your eating so that you're not going these long periods without food. So for example, it can be helpful to make sure to have some food every, say, 3 to 4 hours. That can be a good starting point as you learn to tune back into your body. For example, you might eat breakfast and then you have a snack planned for between breakfast and lunch. And then you might have your lunch planned and a snack planned for the afternoon, and then your dinner. Depending when dinner is, you might also have a snack in the evening planned or before bed. And this is really important because without honoring this hunger, so even if we don't feel hunger, it doesn't mean our body doesn't have that hunger. If it's something that we're not regularly feeling, it's likely our body needs that nutrients, but we're just not aware of it. So without honoring that hunger, our body's not going to feel safe in that it's able to communicate with us. So as you follow this structure, do take some time to tune into your body before you eat, noticing curiously any sensations you feel, and then any changes that you feel in your body before or after eating. And it's really important that this principle does not become, say, like a hard and fast rule. There's other reasons we eat besides hunger as well. And also, if you are not feeling your hunger, it's not a reason not to eat. Your body still needs regular nutrition and energy, and over time, it will start feeling safe in being able to guide you. Your body won't become safe around food and then able to guide you to, say, stop at fullness or to cope with emotion in other ways until you are eating regularly and consistently, honoring its biological hunger first. So let me know how you go, and if you have any questions, feel free to follow me on Facebook or Instagram to keep up to date, or subscribe on YouTube as well to see the rest of the series. And I've just noticed there's some comments, and I'm trying to work out how to access them. I'm still quite new to this. What I might do with the comments there is take a look after I stop the video. And yeah, I'll take a look after I stop the video, and I will reply to you in the comments and learn how to access them for next time. All right, thanks everyone. Bye for now.